Welcome to Stand Up and Redo with Petra, the podcast where transformation isn't just possible, it's inevitable. If you've ever felt stuck, weighed down by past choices, or like life's chapters have been written in ink, think again. Here, we believe every day is a fresh page, and you hold the pen. We're diving deep into real stories, bold insights, and life-shifting strategies to help you stand up, shake off the old, and rewrite your narrative with power and purpose. Ready to rise? Let's get started. Hi, I am so happy that you're here to listen to this podcast. And this morning I am laying in bed with a little puppy who's going to be leaving me. He's been sleeping in my bed for 2 weeks, but he's going to his owner who lives about 15 hours away, so I will not see him again. So if you hear this funny breathing in the background as you listen to me talk, it's him. And I want to talk about loss today. Losing a person, not a puppy. Losing a person. But what I want to talk about, in addition to losing a person, is not taking for granted the people you have in your life right now. And laying here with this puppy, I'm actually going to lay here a little bit longer. I usually get out of bed at 6 a.m., but I'm going to stay here and talk to you for about 10 minutes about loss. And I'm going to be laying here with this puppy because I'm going to lose him today. This is my last day with him. But I want to share. As I'm laying here, I just started to cry thinking about loss. And all this loss that I've had in the past few years rushed into my head. And I think that's why I want you to hold on. And I think about the people that have relatives or moms or dads that they just cut off and don't talk to anymore. And I never will understand that. But I want to share first the joy of a person. And I think about my father. He died in 2022, which really wasn't that long ago. And I was just thinking about how he was always there when I needed him most, even just to give a word of encouragement. He never had a lot of money to hand me, or, at the very end, he was a little bit weaker, so he couldn't come, fix something for me or move a big piece of furniture for me like he used to be able to. But he still was just there, and his presence was precious. And even when I would call my mom at night, I could hear him in the background. Hey, is that Pet? How's she doing? Just asking questions. Or he would come visit me. They'd come visit me probably about 3 times a year and stay at my house for a week or two because they lived 3 hours away, my mother and my father. Well, it's funny because I never realized how close I was with him or how much I needed him until he was gone. Thank God I can edit this, that's all I'll say. But I think about losing my ex-husband, Will. He died in 2023. And he died a horrible, horrible way. And it just makes me so sad thinking about it. But even after we had gotten divorced in 2022, and even after we were divorced, we still spoke on the phone, and we actually, even though our kids were grown up, we actually said, why don't we try to talk on the phone at least every 2 weeks? And we would just get on the phone and talk mostly about our kids, who aren't even kids. They're grown-ups. But then he would talk to me all the time, more and more, because I realized he was struggling. And, I actually think this puppy's crying with me. But it's just silly. I think about that. And even now, sometimes I'll think I need to pick up the phone and tell Will about this. He would really want to know about this. Or this would be something that he would like to know about. And you can't do it anymore. So, what I want to tell you, and this is crazy, that's the puppy. Every morning when he wakes up, he just cries with me. But I started crying really about the puppy leaving, honestly, too. So that got me crying. But I know that I have lost contact with my siblings off and on, my brothers, just through time. Sometimes I would get overwhelmed with things that they were struggling with, or sometimes I just would get busy with my own life or my own kids, and I wouldn't necessarily check in with them. And I feel like I have these amazing people in my life that love me, and I don't even hardly talk to them, and I need to do that more. So, and I just want to share with you that if you've cut somebody off in your life, or you just, I understand sometimes people are too much to handle in a relationship, and you need, for your own health, to not be with them or not be near them or not be around them as much. Or, I know that people can be toxic to each other and people can hurt each other. But I think about the times that I've gotten really, really angry or upset with someone and tried to maybe just pull myself away from them. But to completely cut somebody off, like, I couldn't imagine. And I think now about my mother, who's getting older. This is the first year that she can't drive to my home. And I honestly have to get to visit her. It's really hard for me to get to my hometown where I grew up as much as I would like to, because it's 3 hours away and I have a life here with my friends and family in Pennsylvania. But this is really hard because she's getting older, and I realize that she's not going to be visiting me anymore. Like, she would just drive here and she'd wake up and stay in my little guest room for like 2 weeks at a time sometimes, come strolling down in her out of the bedroom in her little robe and all cute and drink coffee with me. And now she can't drive here. So, and I don't know if we could live together, and I know she doesn't want to move away from New Jersey to live with me. And right now I'm not in a place to live with her. It's just not conducive, or I probably would go live with her. But I think about the loss of people, and I think, wow, my mom's getting older. Oh gosh, I hope she doesn't listen to this, because she'll be like, Petra, stop it. But I think about the fact that she's getting older, and she might live to be 100, which would be phenomenal. But still, she's getting older, and I just think about the people in our lives that are aging, and the people in our lives that maybe we love, but we don't see enough of. And then I think about people who just completely cut each other off. And I know that I have no right to say, reach back out to people, especially if it's a parent or a sibling, but I do believe that people can be horrible and people can be toxic to you. But I also believe that there's a lot of good things in some of those people too. And I think keeping a distance from people who maybe make you feel overwhelmed or stressed, and I've had to do that. I've had to do that even with my parents when they were doing things that I didn't agree with, or I felt overwhelmed by things that they were okay with in their life, and I had to pull away. But I'm so thankful that I didn't ever completely cut them off, because the joy that I've had as they've aged, and realizing the loss of my father, and I'm so happy that I had a really good relationship with him the last few years of his life. And even before that I did, and I even think about my one grandmother, how hard it was. She was such a hard person to be around sometimes, because she could be so mean sometimes. But then I think about how loving she could be at times. So I'm not saying to put yourself in an abusive situation. No, that is not what I mean at all, as a matter of fact. What I mean is just not to, have a relationship with someone. You don't have to completely cut them off. You can love them. You can love them from afar, and you can not, don't lose them. That's what I'm saying. Don't lose the people you love because you're stubborn and you don't agree with everything that they might be doing, or, just don't be a part of the things that you don't like about them, but love them. Oh my gosh, I totally am messing this up. What I'm saying is rethink your relationships, especially as you get older. And, always keep yourself safe, and always know that the people you love are safe. But just consider that you don't have people forever, that they might die, and love them when you can. Be kind to them when you can, and treat them well when you can, because they won't always be around. That's all I'm saying. And this little puppy has gotten so much love from me that I actually feel guilty because tonight he's not going to be able to sleep in my bed and get cuddles with me in the morning. And I hope that the person that I'm handing him off to, or the family, and I know that they are going to love him. And I don't think I'll ever foster a dog, because after this experience, I think I would fall in love with every dog I fostered. So that's it for me. This is the last time I do this, but I will someday get my own dog and love it. And right now, this little guy, I loved him when I can, and that's what I'm saying about people. Love him when you have him, because you won't always have him. Okay. Thank you. Wow, I wasn't expecting to get that emotional when I talked about the puppy and loss. But it hit me hard, I have to say. And I'm posting this on February 10th because, believe it or not, February 10th is a very special day. It's the Good Grief Trust Umbrella Day, and I'm going to read to you what this says. It's observed February 10th, and it's dedicated to raising awareness about grief, encouraging open conversations, and providing support for individuals experiencing loss. The umbrella symbolizes the protection and comfort we offer one another in times of grief, much like an umbrella shields us from rain. The day promotes the idea that grief comes in many forms, including bereavement and life transitions. Activities often include sharing personal stories, participating in support groups, attending community events, and using the umbrella symbol as a sign of solidarity. People are encouraged to wear or display an umbrella to show support and to engage in conversations that help reduce the stigma around grief. Wow. So my stand up and redo is just to encourage you all to talk about your grief, share it with someone that you know will support you, or even just reach out if you need support. So that's my stand up and redo, is that I'm taking a chance and sharing this with you. And thank you.